All right. The Druid. The Druid is the one that got worked over hard in the darker dungeons. I'm sure that the pain continues in this document. So let's find out. All right. The Druid. Looks like we've got primal power points. Everybody's got points now. This is how they were able to sneak 4th edition mechanics back into 5e. Is they just were like, what about points? Points are pretty fun. As long as it works. Alrighty. Let's see. I don't think the spell progression changes too much. Let me double check. I saw it did change on the Bard, but don't think it's different on Druid. Let's see. Going to 10. Max is 2. Cantrips known as 4. Okay, so we got this primal mechanic. Let's find out what that does. Everything else here is looking pretty much the same. Druidic language. You can speak the language and use it to leave hidden messages. You and others who know this message automatically spot the message. Others can spot the message's presence with a successful wisdom, but they can't decipher it without magic. Dope. Cantrips. Spell slots. Ritual casting. Are druids normally able to ritual cast? Yeah, okay. You can cast a spell as a ritual if it has a ritual tag and you have it prepared. Nice. Spellcasting focus, natural versatility. When you finish a long rest, you may choose one of your druid cantrips and replace it with another. Okay. They don't have to do anything fancy. Like the poor bard. Alright. Let's see. You can prepare a number of spells equal to your wisdom modifier plus your druid level. You can change out spells only on a long rest. I do like that quite a bit. Primal power, you have the amount of primal power that we talked about. You can spend primal power to shapeshift into animal forms. Oh. And you may learn other applications from your druid circle. You recover all expended primal power when you finish a long rest. You are able to spend primal power to magically shapeshift into the form of a beast. See the wild shapes section for more info. Druid circle. Natural recovery. When you finish a short rest, you can recover some expended spell slots. Okay. I think that's a new mechanic, I want to say. Yeah. Probably to account for long rest taking a whole week. The spell slots have to be a combined level of equal to or less than half your druid level, and none of the slots can be 6th level or higher. You can use this feature once, and you regain expended uses when you finish a long rest. Okay, and then there is the Weld Walker. You are able to tap into primal power of nature and travel great distances. Oh, creating a weld tree, and you'll never be far from home. I also don't think that's a normal feature, right? I see. Yeah, okay. You perform a 1-hour wielding ritual. I'll figure it out someday. To create the magic tree. You can use this feature once, and you regain. Yeah. Okay, so spend 6 primal power. Choose a living inanimate tree. That tree becomes a magic tree. Once it's a magic tree, it's magical. That's good to know. And you can maintain a number of magic trees equal to your wisdom modifier, minimum 2. I feel like this guy must have played a lot of EverQuest, because teleporting druids, that's definitely just stinking of EverQuest. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm down for it, but it's a really great ability. Alright, you can spend an action to create a magical link between your trees. You can use this feature once, and then you have to take a long rest. Okay, so it's pretty locked down. Choose one tree within range and another tree in the same plane of existence. Oh my goodness. For the duration, any creature can step into the tree and exit from a destination tree. You can target only trees that you have created yourself. Okay. The creature must be a size category equal to or smaller than both the targeted trees. Oh, no metal. You can't transport metal when you do this. Well, there you go. That shuts it all down. When a creature passes through a tree, any metal objects they're carrying are dropped to the foot of the tree. If this is not possible, or it would cause harm to the creature. The creature simply can't travel. Metal that is concealed in a magic container, such as a bag of holding or a haversack, can pass through without detection. How flavorful and balancing. It's very cool. Yeah, I like that. Especially in a West Marches game where travel is going to be very difficult. Like having a high level druid and then even just retiring it is such a huge boon to the entire community of that West Marches game. I could see like befriending a druid just to help them get to level 10 so that you have a friend that could teleport you around. Like, oh my god. You're unable to turn a tree back into a normal tree. Oh, you are able to turn it back into a normal tree by unmagicking it, destroying it. Well, that'd be pretty mean. Or if you die. Okay. Some magic spells. Wild Shape. As a druid, you're able to tap into the primal essence of Wild Beast. Use your primal power to shapeshift into animal forms and defend the wilds with savage fury. This looks like the playtest Wild Shape table. So I'm curious to see what happens here. Let's see. You have essences, you have skins, and you have traits. A Wild Shape is a magical merging of a primal essence, a beast skin, and your own druidic characteristics. At the heart of every Wild Shape is a primal essence. It is this essence that defines the primal abilities, defenses, and basic traits of your Wild Shape. At first level, you know 3 common primal essences of your choice, and you learn additional essences of your choice at higher levels as shown in the primal essences column. Replacing known essences. When you finish a long rest, you can choose one of your known essences and replace it with a different one. Primal skins defines what you look like. A bear, a cat, a unicorn, a frog. They also define the capabilities and limitations of your shape, claws, flight, galloping. Be creative with the natural features of your beast skin. At first level, you know 2 common primal skins of your choice, and you learn additional skins of your choice as you level up, as shown in the primal skins column in the Wild Shape table. Each skin you learn has a size category, tiny, small, medium, etc., that matches the size of the beast you learn the skin from. The larger your Wild Shape is, the more formidable you are, but the more primal power that you must use to take on the shape. Well, holy shit. Representing known skins. Replacing known skins. You can replace your known primal skins by studying beasts and mastering their forms. See Primal Skins, page 35. Oh, wow. Druid got a lot of stuff. It is a whole overhaul of Druid. Okay. Primal traits. Traits enable you to customize your Wild Shape to better suit your own druidic interest. Talking while shapeshifted. What? Changing your appearance. Changing more primal skins, etc. At first level, you know 1 primal trait of your choice. You can learn additional traits of your choice at higher levels, as shown in the primal traits column in the Wild Shape table. This is very interesting. During your turn, you can spend an action to take on a Wild Shape. There are 4 basic steps to shapeshifting. Choose 1 primal essence from your list. You change your AC, speed, and size to match your essence, and add any skills and traits that you gain. Choose 1 primal skin from your list of known skins. Make sure to pick one that is appropriate to your essence. Let's see. Choose the size category that matches your skin and update your AC, speed, and unarmed damage. And finally, spend your primal power to assume your wild shape. Okay. What wild shapes do? No changes to AC and speed. If you're tiny, unarmed damage is actually pretty good if you've got a good strength, but otherwise it's terrible. And they're cheap to change into. Gargantuan! Spend 6... Oh, wow, that's exciting. Spend 6 primal points and turn into a gargantuan beast. Oh, that's dope. When you shapeshift, you don't become an exact copy of your primal skin. Instead, there is something personal and unique, World of Warcraft, about your wild appearance. Fur pattern, horn shape, eye color, etc. This is usually a feature carried over from your natural appearance as you shapeshift, whether you want it to or not. Most druids have 1 notable quirk that persists across all of their shape-shifted forms. Beautiful, beautiful. Duration. You can remain shapeshifted for 1 hour, at which point you revert to your normal form automatically unless you expend additional primal power to maintain your shape. Well, that's nice. You can also revert to your normal form by spending a bonus action, falling unconscious, or falling to 0 health. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. All that makes sense. Let's see. You can choose whether your equipment falls to the ground and your space merges with your new form or continues to be worn by you. Your equipment doesn't change shape or match your new change size or shape to match your new shape, and any equipment that you can't wear falls to the ground and merges with your form. So that's interesting. Equipment that merges with your form has no effect until you leave your wild shape. Hit points and attributes. When you shapeshift, your hit points, both current and maximum, don't change. Oh, shit. So you're just not a walking HP tank anymore. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Okay. Neither do your attributes, saving throws, resistances, or vulnerabilities unless specified otherwise in your primal essence. You retain the benefit of any features from your class, race, or other source, and can use them if your wild shape is physically capable of doing so. However, you can't use any of your special senses, such as dark vision, unless your new form also has that sense. When you are shapeshifted, you can make unarmed attacks using any of your wild shape's natural weapons, teeth, claws, horns, etc. You're proficient with unarmed attacks while shapeshifted. While you are shapeshifted, you can't cast spells. Shapeshifting doesn't break your concentration on spells you already cast or prevent you from taking actions such as Call Lightning. That's as normal. Some beasts have special modes of movement, burrowing, climbing, swimming, flying. However, when you shapeshift, you are limited to a walking speed as listed in your essence profile. You may gain additional move speeds by mastering uncommon essences such as Essence of the Hawk, Essence of the Mole, and Essence of the Spider. Wow, actually limiting the druid shapeshifting? Oh, this is crazy. Let's see. Primal essences are the heart of your wild shape, defining your beast abilities and traits. Essences come in 2 categories, common and uncommon. Common essences are available to all druids, and you can learn these from first level. Alright, Essence of Burrowing. You gain a burrow speed equal to half your walking speed. You could squeeze through a space smaller than you by 1 size category without penalty. Okay, but you can only do it if you are a tiny creature. That's interesting. Essence of Climbing. You gain a climb speed. You can climb difficult surfaces, including upside down ceilings, without needing to make an ability check. That's pretty cool. Spider Climb. Essence of Defense. Shrug off your prey's attacks with your natural defenses. Durable. Gain temporary hit points equal to your druid level times 4. So there is some HP tanking still. You lose these temporary hit points when you end this wild shape. Temporary hit point increases based on the size of the creature. Our gargantuan creature would give you your level times 10 temporary HP. Relentless. The first time you're reduced to 0 hit points while wearing this form, you're actually reduced to 1 instead. You can't use this feature again until you finish a long rest. These are all... I have this conversation with people all the time about druids. This is what they were trying to do with druid when we were playtesting. This is like when they were playtesting 5e, this is what they tried to do with druids. This is what they tried to do with druids. And everybody freaked out because it was too similar to 4e, and they wanted to go back to 3rd edition. And then they did. And now you've got druids, which are just a mess. They're just a mess. Alright. Essence of Dexterity. Precision. You can use dexterity modifiers for both your unarmed attack and unarmed damage rolls. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you deal additional damage equal to your unarmed damage die. That's pretty cool. Essence of Disguise. You can hide as a bonus action. When you remain motionless, you are indistinguishable from your surroundings. Any creature larger than you. Essence of Hunger. Constrict and devour your prey. So giant snake is back, baby. Don't worry, it never left you. And it has a scalable constrict, which is pretty nice. But you have to attempt to constrict it. It's not an automatic grapple and restrain. So it's not a giant snake, but it's still pretty cool. Holy shit, you can eat people. When you hit a creature you are constricting, you can devour it. The devour creature is blind and Alright, look. If you're not on board for these rules yet, okay, you could eat people. Your druid can eat people. Okay? I need you to just understand that, like, there's no other argument here. There's nothing that's ever going to sway my mind. Your druid can eat people now. We're done. We're done. We're using these rules in every game, ever, for the rest of the time. There'll never be another druid besides the druid that can eat you. All right. The creature must be smaller than you, and you can devour only one creature at a time. You're vulnerable to slashing and piercing damage dealt by a devoured creature. You can regurgitate a devoured creature or its remains into an adjacent space as a bonus action, and you automatically regurgitate them when you end your wild shape. Well, no. They start at tiny, and then you use points to, like, pump them up to bigger sizes. But the default for all these is tiny, and then you spend more points to pump it up. You could be a gargantuan snake. Hell, you could just be a gargantuan Tarrasque, because you don't technically have to be a snake. You could just say that you're a Tarrasque. Like, that's your business. No one's going to stop you. Oh, wow, that's super cool. All right, Essence of the Pack. You get that pack tactics that you only turn into a dire wolf for. And let's see, you're sturdy. You can't be knocked down. Yeah, the size is just the default. This is all the default. They're all saying tiny, but all of these forms can be increased in size by using points to increase the size. Essence of Strength. Oh wow, critical hits on a 19 or 20. That's exciting. And Savage Attack. If you critically hit, you do more damage. So you could really be a Wolverine. You could be a real Wolverine here. Essence of Speed. You fast. You can dash as a bonus action. It looks like you're, let's see, charge. Nice. And charge can knock people down. Very cool. Essence of Tracking. You get Dark Vision, which is very hard to do in this setting. Or this rule set, or both. And you get Keen Senses. So that's super dope. And then you go into Uncommon. You can't get these until you meet the level requirement, which is listed on the 4E stat block. Essence of Flight, you don't get it till 8th level. Flight speed equal to your walking speed. Dive Bomb, pretty cool. Essence of Swimming, don't get it till 4th. Natural Swimmer. And Blood Frenzy like a shark. Nice. Doesn't matter that you're a dolphin, you get Blood Frenzy. Primal Skins define what you look like and what you can broadly do while you're shapeshifted. Learning a new skin. To learn a new primal skin, you must carefully observe and study a beast. There are 5 steps to mastering a new shape. Choose a beast. Decide which animal you want to learn to shapeshift. Dog, cat, bear, etc. At first level, your primal skin must come from a tiny or small beast. Starting at level 3, this goes medium, and from 5th, large. Find a living beast. You must now find a suitable beast to study. Depending on the rarity of the chosen beast, you may have to undertake a wild hunt to track your primal quarry. Study the beast. Once you've found a beast, you must closely study it. This requires 1 hour of dedicated focus. If the beast is friendly, you can reduce the time. If your efforts are significantly interrupted, the beast escapes, you fall asleep, the combat encounter begins, etc. You lose focus and must start over again. Once you have successfully studied the beast and practiced its forms, you can add it to your list of known primal skins. You can memorize a number of primal skins, a limited number of primal skins at one time. When you learn a new skin and replace an existing one, that old skin is forgotten, and you must relearn it again. You can't learn a skin from a shapeshifter or any creature that is not its natural size, so other druids can't teach you how to shapeshift. Let's see. I like that a lot, because that's a constant thing that I hear, is like, well, wouldn't the other druids just teach me how to turn into a Tyrannosaurus Rex? And it's like, no. That's not what, no. Primal skins can vary in rarity from common to legendary. These exceptional skins bear unusual features that make them stronger, faster, more resilient. Bone-plated skin, volcanic breath, elemental feathers, superior claws. When you shapeshift into an uncommon, rare, or legendary skin, add the skin's rarity bonus to your AC, attack rolls, and damage rolls. What? So, like, rare skins are like a loot for druids, like a drop. They're like a magic item for druids. It's super badass. Wow. Okay. As you gain Druid levels, you develop more control over your ability to shapeshift with primal traits. Your primal power increases by 2. You take this trait multiple times, increasing your capacity by 2 each time. Natural understanding, your primal essence capacity increases by 1. You can take this trait multiple times. So essence capacity and power capacity. Got it. Primal affinity, you develop affinity for a new type of skin. You can take this trait multiple times, choosing a new monster type. What? Choosing a new monster type each time. So you can turn into a Tarrasque. Wow. Assuming you could study the Tarrasque for an hour. But still. Although this trait allows you to learn new skin types, you remain unable to master the primal skin of any creature that is a shapeshifter, changeling, mimics, doppelgangers, etc. Elementals, dragons, monstrosities, motherfucking oozes, and plants. Okay. You could become a gelatinous cube, guys. You could be a gelatinous cube. It's like, I don't know what else to say. Like, this is just so much better. You could be a gelatinous cube. I don't know what else to say. Like, it's so cool. Shape mastery. You can control the appearance of your primal skin to a limited degree. While you are shape-shifting, you may immediately spend a bonus action to determine notable aspects of your appearance, such as fur pattern, horn shape, eye color, etc. You can choose to suppress any of your natural quirks that would otherwise be visible. So this is basically like disguise self, alter self, animal edition. You can't change the natural parameters of your skin. So a cat would still be a cat, but you could be any kind of cat. I like it. Let's see. And these are all basically like warlock invocations. Yeah, this is awesome. Skin memory. Your primal skin capacity increases by 2. You can take this trait multiple times, increasing your capacity by 2 each time. Shifter. You can alter your normal form to resemble one of your primal skins. As an action on your turn, choose one of your primal shapes and change your appearance to match it in some fashion. Gaining horns, growing fur, sharpening teeth, etc. This is purely a cosmetic change that has no noticeable impact on your abilities, though it may impact how other creatures react to you. So this is totally like vanity. The change lasts until you dismiss it on your turns of free action or until you fall unconscious. It does not require you to spend any primal power. So you could just be like, you could just look however the hell you want. That's really cool. So you could look like Tarrasque way sooner without actually being a Tarrasque. Because you just take whatever animal you are and horribly mutate it with that ability. I would say that clever use of it, just like disguise self or an illusion spell, you could use it to intimidate or become the absolute cutest bunny rabbit in the whole world. So yeah, I could definitely see uses for that. Wild voice, here you go. While you are shapeshift, you can speak as normal. The sound from your voice may change, however, depending on your form, so you better get ready to roleplay. Though you can speak, you still can't cast spells, even if they only rely on verbal components. Some good stuff. This is like the most requested thing of every druid ever. I want to be able to talk in my beast form. Well, you can. There you go. Please leave me alone now. Alright, Druid Circle. You are a druid, a guardian of the wild world. Circle of the land, circle of the beast. Please make up your own. Circle of spores, circle of wildfire. Alright, let's see. How do they handle these new mechanics with Circle of the Beast? Okay. I think Circle of the Beast is superseding Circle of the Moon, I'm going to say. So let's see how this goes. Fierce Protector, Wild Blood, blah, blah, blah. Wild Shape on your turn is a bonus action rather than action. In addition, you gain 3 additional primal traits. Holy shit. Okay. At 3rd, 6th, and 10th level, you gain 2 additional primal traits. Wow. Add the following primal traits to your list of trait options. Natural Armor, Hype. Not great, but it's pretty good. Primal Fury, when you are shapeshifted, you can spend spell slots to deal harm to creatures that you attack once per turn. When you hit a creature with an unarmed strike, you can spend a spell slot to deal additional damage. That's pretty cool. Regenerate wounds. All right. So you don't have this innately. You have to choose it as one of your abilities. Sharp Claws. If you are shapeshifted, you can spend one first or second level spell slot to increase your unarmed damage by +1. Or +2, or +3. This effect ends when your wild shape. Okay, that's pretty cool. Invest in your wild shape. As you are shapeshifting, you may spend one primal power to alter the natural size category of your primal skin by 1 step, smaller or larger. Very cool. This effect ends when you end your wild shape. That seems amazing. It all seems really cool. Beastwalker. You can learn the primal skin of large beasts starting at 5th level. This increases to huge beasts. Well, there you go. How do you get the bigger stuff? You do this. So you would do huge beast, and then you would use size shifter to go gargantuan, and now you're a gargantuan gelatinous cube of devouring. That's how you do it. So you could do it by 5th level. You could be a gargantuan gelatinous cube. Primal attack. When you are shapeshifted, you can attack twice per turn instead of once. This is much better than just multi-attacking, in my opinion. In addition, your unarmed attacks count as magical. Good stuff. Essence Master. When you take on a wild shape, you can spend one additional primal power point and choose 2 essences instead of 1. You gain the benefits of both essences. To calculate the base AC and speed of your shapeshifted form, take the average of both essences. So you could smash 2 forms together. That's your capstone. Wow, this is way cooler than Bard. All right. Circle of the Land. This is the SRD or whatever. You learn 1 additional Druid cantrip. You got spells. Let's see. You gain 2 unique spells connected to the land. Cool. Land Stride. You can move through non-magical difficult terrain without extra movement. You can also pass through non-magical plants without being slowed by them or without taking damage from them. In addition, you have advantage on saving throws against plants that are magically created or manipulated to impede movement, such as those by Entangle. You can't be charmed or frightened by elementals or fae. Wow, in this West Marches game, it would be hard to choose which of these 2 is the better druid, in all honesty. In addition, you are immune to poison and disease. Well, wow. It doesn't just say poison status. It just says immune to poison. So, all poison. Holy shit. Poison damage and poison status. Nature Sanctuary. When a beast or plant creature attacks you, you can spend 1 primal point to have the creature make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, they must choose a different target, or the attack will automatically miss. You just use that as often as you have primal power points. Wow! Druid's really good! Oh my god.